don't have to work, I wake up extra early, and then when I do have to work, I can't wake up at all. So today is crazy, but today is June 12th, and the application for Stony Brook is not due until August. That's when the application opens. But I received the email on the 10th. So I want to really, really make a good impression with this essay they want me to write. So basically, the email I got was, let me just fast forward. So, as many may or may not know, I had the goal of using the army, not using the army, but I joined the army so I can be a nurse and then essentially just apply for the ACP program to gain my RN. But God had other plans for me. But although it worked out, long story short, it worked out. So I had started the process as far as like applying in schools, and time had went by, and one day I'm just going through my emails, and mind you, I've been looking at this school for a long time. I was going through my emails and I get a email from Stony Brook, basically like requesting my transcripts. I didn't waste no time, so I sent them everything I had. Time flies and I didn't hear anything from them, so I'm thinking, they're not interested. My time in the army, I'm still in the army, but my time that the time I was very I wasn't happy with being in the army, and I was very frustrated, and I was really, really depressed, and I was down because I was like, I did not know if I wanted to be in the army or not. And as much as I tried my hardest to, comply and fold and become this origami soldier, my mind, body, and soul just rejected it. The best way I can describe it is kind of like when someone tries to put like an organ in someone's body that doesn't belong, because they have, not, their blood types don't correlate. That's what it felt like. So in that same breath, I was like, God, because before I was praying, and I was like lost, I didn't know what to do, and I heard God tell me to apply for the ACP program. So I was like, okay, God, if you want me to do it, I'm gonna do it. So that's how Stony Brook ended up with my information, because I started that application process. Going back to what I was just talking about, I said, God, I'm sorry that I wasn't able to fulfill what you requested of me, but I know I can't continue in the military. So I continued to plan my life as such. When my contract was up, I was not going to renew it, and that was that. So time went on. This is even after this is like months passed. I even forgot that I even put in the application or started the process for the ACP program in one of the schools that I wanted to attend, the Stony Brook in Long Island. And months passed. I forgot about the school. I'm not thinking any school's gonna reach out to me right now, blah blah. So I'm just at this point trying to remap my goal, my life, my career plan. Like, okay, I'm gonna get out of the army at this date. So, excuse me, I'm gonna get the army at this date. So I gotta be ready to apply for schools again at this date. Okay, these are the people that I can call for references. These are people that I can't. You know, I still have my HESI books to study from. I still have my TEAS books to study from. I still have, you know, the resources I need to, you know, actually get into a school. And then one day, I was just, you know, regular day, blah, blah, blah. And I get an email from Stony Brook requesting an interview. I'm like, whew, just saying that made my heart jump. But it was the last thing I expected. But I was just so grateful, still am grateful, because it was like they noticed me. So a school noticed me. I did the interview. I was myself. It was beautiful. It was great. I had fun doing it. And I got off that interview just feeling so grateful. Like, I was like, you know, I don't even care if they want me or not. The fact that I was noticed by a school means I'm on the right path and I'm worth something, you know? Because sometimes when things are not working out and you're just hearing a whole bunch of no's, you think you're worth less. But for this school to notice me, I was like, wow, I'm worth something. So more time goes on, and I decided recently to email the lady who correlates with the application process for people in military, and, you know, she keeps track of our files and what we need, what we don't need, blah blah blah. I get an email from her. She's telling me that I need to take statistics and I need another general ed, which is like an art class. So off rip, I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I know I couldn't afford to pay for to pay for a class out of pocket. You know, if I had to do it, I would have done it, but it was very hard for me to understand like where the money would come from. And then the art class, I was like, what? I already took an art class. I'm like, I don't understand. I'm like, do they want 6 credits of art? Like, what the heck? So, you know, I tried to, you know, stay strong. I emailed her back and I was like, listen, ma'am, if accepted into this program, my GI Bill could cover these statistics. I'm not confident in the fact that I would have more tuition assistance due to the fact that I already have a bachelor's degree. The military does not cover classes if you already have a bachelor's unless you're going for your master's. And I told her, and I was like, as far as taking an art class, I've taken an art class before. So she emailed me back and told me to just send her everything that I have once again. So this time, I think the first time I didn't send her one of the schools. I don't think I sent her the school, one school that I transferred from before graduating from Buffalo State. I went to a private school previously, and I didn't think it was necessary to transfer those credits, or not credits, but transfer or show her that transcript, because the majority of my credits were on the Buffalo State one, and that's where I graduated from, blah blah blah. But I was like, you know what? And plus, I wasn't too proud of some of the grades there too. Some, you know, freshman year. But I just sent her everything. And then she emailed me back. She was like, can you please send me a description of the art class you took while attending Buffalo State? So once again, I'm like, man, what am I gonna do? What the heck am I gonna do? So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just do what she asked. I went onto the school website, got a course description, I emailed it back to her. She emailed me back and said that we would accept this. We would accept this art class to cover the art class that we were asking for. God. That's all I gotta say. And then, around the 9th, I want to say, because time has passed. This is probably like January, February, March, April. Their interview happened around March, and then April passed, and then anyway, time has passed. So then I emailed her June 9th or June 8th. Just so, a generic email, just, checking in on things, how are things going? Is there anything else you need from me? Blah, blah. She emailed me back and was like, nice to hear from you. Can you please remind me what school year that you were applying for? I said 2023. No email back. So I'm just like, okay, this school, not this school, but, not hearing, just because you didn't hear anything back right away doesn't mean necessarily it's bad. So I left it alone. The next day, I got an email from one of the doctors or professors that work there. He's a doctor, but he's also a professor, and he is the clinical associate professor, director of the basic and accelerated nursing bachelorette program, coordinator of the veteran nursing program. He emailed me. He said, after reviewing your transcripts and meeting you all in person, because he's emailed a group of us, by the way. And after meeting, he interviewed a group of us. I don't know if I said that right. And meeting all of you guys. He didn't say you guys, but we would like to include you in the cohort of students starting our 2-year program fall in 2023. So he goes on with details, blah, 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 and he just says, if you're interested, please email me back. I emailed that man back because I didn't see it that day. I didn't see it till the next day. I read the email June 10th at 8:30 at night. He sent this email June 9th at 1:30 p.m. So when I read it on the 10th at 8:30 at night, I emailed back. I didn't care if he was going to see it or not. He emailed me back. I emailed him and I was like, good to hear from you. I would be honored to be a part of the 2023 cohort. With gratitude, Crystal Robinson. So now I am working on the essay that is required for this application. Like I said, the application isn't open till August, but I'll be darned if I let any time slip away from me, because God has done too much alignment for me at this point. So like, nah, I'm not gonna take any of this for granted. Like, of course, I'm not gonna push this out all one day, but it's 3 questions that I have to answer. Why have I chose to pursue a career in nursing? The other question is, what qualities and attributes do you believe you possess that will enable you to perform effectively as a student and later as a practicing bachelorette prepared nurse? And lastly, how can nursing address and improve global healthcare needs? So right now I'm just answering the first question. I'm basically just giving like a rough, small little story about, my life, where my passion or where my interest peaked. And of course it came from my mother. Thank you, Mama, because she always pushed me to keep going. And yeah, I just wanted to record this because I had to. And just let people know, like, if you're struggling and you feel like there's no way out of it, there is a way out, and that God has your back, because I'm in like I'm honestly like in disbelief. Like, I'm in disbelief. It doesn't seem real. I tell my close family friends, like, it does not seem real that I'm even able to write this essay with a real possible chance of I'm not even gonna downplay it. I'm writing this essay for the school that I'm attending next year. I'm manifesting that. I'm claiming that blessing. But it's just crazy to know that this day came. Cause just trust God's timing. Yeah. Trust his timing.